Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And now, my question of today is: have you guys been selling any Bitcoin in the last couple of months? Have you or have you not? Put it in the comment section down below. I am really interested to see what you guys will answer to that. And now, the reason I am actually asking you this question is not because I really want to know from you yourself and I want to know the answer. No, it's more so to get you to think, to get you to think about what you've been doing with your money and really what your goals are. Because a lot of people come to me with a question: hey Dusty, what should I diversify into, and should I keep at least 50% Bitcoin, or should I keep all my money in Bitcoin, or what? And what I notice is a lot of these guys don't really know what they're in for, don't really know what they want. And that's something I kind of want to, get through to you as well. Make sure you have a little bit of a goal in mind, have some ideas in mind, and always diversify your money. Even if that means you have to sell a little bit of your coins, very often it's worth it to get yourself a better portfolio. And just look up portfolio theory. I think that's the easiest thing to do to get a little bit of an understanding as to why it is almost always better to get yourself a couple of things instead of just one, because 9 out of 10 times just having one won't give you the highest return, or at least won't even be efficient at all. So it would give you possibly the highest return, but not with the lowest risk. Now, on this subject, actually, the Ripple CTO, David Schwartz, has been slowly selling his Bitcoin holdings over the years. And now, intuitively, this makes quite a lot of sense for two main reasons. One, he works at Ripple. He has to deal with XRP and XRP Ledger every single day. And second of all, he's a very, 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 very big proof of work bear. And what I mean with that is he's very often stated that proof of work is going to mess us all up. I showed you guys all his 2011 posts on the Bitcoin forums and whatnot. And I think you all can agree with me here. David Schwartz, by the way, is the CTO at Ripple and a very, very talented programmer and computer guy. I think you can all agree with me here that he knows a lot about blockchain. And he definitely knows a lot about general technology as well. All those things that are related to that. Knowing that, it is not actually that strange that he decided to let go of some Bitcoin, or even has been letting go of more Bitcoin over more time, because as time progresses here, more things are coming out which really could hurt proof of work. Like, for example, we're getting closer to that quantum computer which could break Bitcoin. We're getting closer to a whole financial crisis, which could make the American government do some crazy things to try to short Bitcoin and do a 51% attack. A lot of crazy scenarios are getting closer and closer as the years roll by, which are intuitively two reasons why he himself would be selling his Bitcoin. If we scroll through a little bit, you can see here a couple of tweets. David Schwartz says, "Nope, I've been slowly selling Bitcoin for the past several years. I'm still bullish on Bitcoin. It's just the level of risk that has me selling." And I believe that risk he's referring to is, as always, the risk of a 51% attack. Because he has as a key line, I don't know if it's on his Twitter as well, he always has a line of like, the 51% attack will ruin us all, or something like that. You just check out one of my latest videos on David Schwartz himself. It's in there, and you'll most likely find it if you type in Joel Katz somewhere. But he's often made remarks about that. Now, here are two other tweets going on, a little bit of a thread. James Newfer says, "A brilliant man with principles who, if he was Satoshi, would completely disassociate from it and let go of the keys and control. Sounds like someone you know, Nick Cuff, Joa Katz Cuff." And that actually got replied to by Nick Bogalis, who said, "I've worked with Joa Katz for over 20 years, and he's brilliant. One of the 3 smartest people I know, and has the right set of skills. But he's not Satoshi. First, he's publicly denied it, and I believe that. Second, his code and writing style simply don't match Satoshi's. And these tweets I just wanted to put in here to give you some perspective of who we're talking about here. David Schwartz has a lot of knowledge, if not the most amount of knowledge of people you'll find online about crypto, and definitely knows what he's doing. And I also take his opinion in this quite heavily, where he says there's quite a lot of risk to Bitcoin. I mean, a lot of these bigger players in the world are also thinking about it. It also gets you thinking, and one of the things I'm always thinking what it is, I'm not that afraid that the government will decide to attack it all the way. I'm more so afraid that there's some big war going to go on between the companies in China where they want to get more and more control, after which possibly let's say 95% or so will be based in China, or when the chips become so freaking good they can mine it even faster and better and just take out all the competition when they won't sell their equipment or something like that. And it's just going to be so centralized, and the Chinese government's going to come in and help fund them or something like, just help to the companies with maybe like nice tax regulations or something like that. Yeah, really making it nice for them to do, which could really hunt it down, or when something related to it happens to 51% attack it. But still, in the end, what the purpose of those thoughts are is to get you to think about what investment would be better. And what I would say is, I will keep my money in Bitcoin, at least a majority chunk, because, well, for right now, right, we're not in the same situation as David Schwartz, where we've been holding Bitcoin since 2010, I don't know, maybe 2011. And even if you are, or if you're still watching these videos, there's a good chance that you don't have the hundreds of millions that some other people have. Maybe you got yourself a couple 100,000, maybe a couple million, maybe only a couple $100. Who knows? Doesn't really matter too much. But basically, what my point is I don't want to be selling too much, because we still want all these investments to go up, right? It's not like we're already holding from 6 cents the Bitcoin, and possibly it's like, let's say for example $500, which your average price could be. I think that will be still quite low for a lot of you people. And really what I mean with that is, well, the price still has to go up for us, so selling now would kind of be stupid because you just bought it. And then the only part is, well, what coin could get myself a higher return? And that's the big question that nobody can answer, but that's what we diversify for, and that's why I'm going for like XRP and VeChain and Chainlink and all the coins I cover on the channel, Cardano, Stellar, a lot of other ones, because there's just a good chance that those are going to be doing good and going to be making us a lot of profit, but most importantly, diversifying the risk of one of the coins doing really bad. Because still, the default risk, or the risk of Bitcoin really going to zero is ridiculously small, but you always got to calculate it still. You always got to have it in your back of your head and do some calculations with it every so now and then, because otherwise, I don't know if you're going to be on the right track if you don't. Bitcoin market value could soon be over $1 trillion, thanks to the perfect storm. Bitcoin investors might finally have reason to feel a little vindicated after research showed a perfect storm could send the cryptocurrency's market value up over 5-fold to a staggering $1 trillion. Well, basically here, experts in the field have now discovered that an aggregate 1% institutional allocation to Bitcoin may easily bring the total currency value above $1 trillion, bringing the worth of each Bitcoin token to up over $50,000. At the moment, they're worth about 10K. And yeah, this is again of the opinion or estimation that 1% of that market is gonna hop and come in, and that is because Paul Tudor Jones, I believe, gave the advice for everybody to he just I guess revealed his own holdings of just over 1%, but one of the other, I believe, Indian big investors, big billionaire guys, said that everybody should invest at least 1% of their portfolio in Bitcoin. And if that were to happen in the end, again, Bitcoin, XRP, any other coin, doesn't really matter in the end, it would reach a $1 trillion market cap, and would also mean $50,000 per Bitcoin, or you calculate it over into some other coin that you want to calculate it for. It's basically just a freaking ton of money. And then market wrap, Bitcoin traders expect big move as volatility plummets. Again, a very interesting title, very appealing, and I think a lot of people would want to press this. Now it reads, Bitcoin opened the week still stuck in a price range just above $9,000 on Monday, moving less than 0.2% from Friday's close as of 20:00 UTC 4 p.m. ET, according to Bitstamp. At 00 UTC, yada yada yada. And one fun fact that I'm telling you guys all the time is that these articles, they don't add much to your day, they don't add much to your life. They basically just take up a little bit of space, and you can't really do too much with them. Why is that so? Because they might give you some info. Here, Bitcoin traders expect big move, but they don't really tell you how or why it's going to happen or what exactly is surrounding it, and thus it's still really quite difficult to do something with all of this information. And now, I would only recommend people that watch these articles, read them, or listen to them if you're planning on trading it. If you're planning on holding, please don't mind it too much, because whenever we're talking about big moves like this, we're still talking about quite the minor moves, and in the end, I don't think it's really worth it to stress over. Now guys, my laptop is cooking up again, so I'm going to cut the episode short here. I've been trying to do cuts, but really it's still very, very annoying that it gets so ridiculously hot and I don't know what to do about it. But thank you all for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Enjoy your day, everybody.